The Fountain 122. Jesus wept. As I recently considered the story of Lazarus, Mary, and Martha, I remembered several different sermons and perspectives that I've heard about why Jesus wept. None of them seemed to satisfy me. I listened and pondered them, but felt the answers were slightly off-center. And I felt in my spirit, he wept because he felt. I believe it's that simple. When Jesus chose to come to earth as a baby, he laid aside his rights as king of all the earth and humbled himself beyond what any of us could imagine. The level of his humility is unfathomable. In doing so, he also resigned himself to feel as a man does. He felt all of man's emotions while holding the knowledge of God. Can you imagine what that would have been like for him? Making himself both Son of God and Son of Man, he then had human emotions. He did so, I believe, in part to show us that he knows. He has felt what we've felt, so he understands. When he came upon the scene of Lazarus' death and his family's sheer disappointment and grief, he knew he was about to raise him. But he could also feel what Mary and Martha felt inside. He felt a mixture of anger and sorrow, I imagine. He felt deeply troubled, it says. I believe he felt what he was experiencing along with what everyone else was experiencing around him. He knew he was going to raise Lazarus, but everyone else had already transitioned to grieving, even though he had told them exactly what he was going to do. It's similar to our gift of discernment. I often feel what others are feeling, as I stated yesterday. This enables my empathy to increase. It gives me a deeper perspective and understanding of people. While on earth, Jesus felt all human emotion. He was loved, rejected, despised, fought against, wrongly accused. He felt the effects of that. He lived with people and felt what they felt. I'm sure while growing up in his family, he had the truest form of empathy ever. He knows. No matter what you're battling, he knows. No matter what emotions you're wrestling with, he cares. He sees and has seen. He's been there. And wasn't that part of the point? The Lamb without blemish came as a baby to die for us. And since he did, he had to experience what we experience. He's the only true God. And in no other religion is there a God that has lived as humble a life as he. There is none other who truly knows all things. God sees. You are seen. You are understood. No matter what, you are heard and valued. The God of the universe loves you and is preparing a way for you. Isn't it comforting to know that Jesus wept? Doesn't that reach into your soul and allow you to feel he has a greater understanding of your heart? The God who knows is embracing you right now. He's holding you in your triumph and your pain. He understands. He really does care. You are important to him. Today, I challenge you to take time to sit. Sit and be known by him. Take time to reflect on the fact that Jesus knows. He knows your struggles and won't forsake you. He will never leave you. You are held. When Jesus saw her weeping and saw the other people wailing with her, a deep anger welled up within him, and he was deeply troubled. "Where have you put him?" he asked them. They told him, "Lord, come and see." Then Jesus wept. John 11:35. Jesus responded, "Didn't I tell you that you would see God's glory if you believe?" So they rolled the stone aside. Then Jesus looked up to heaven and said, "Father, thank you for hearing me. You always hear me, but I said it out loud for the sake of all these people standing here, so that they will believe you sent me. Then Jesus shouted, "Lazarus, come out." John 11:40 through 43.